This is KATU News at 11 on your side.
Well, the race for the White House is heating up. President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump have officially wrapped up their first debate. Good evening. Thanks so much for joining us for KATU News at 11 o'clock. I'm Deborah Knapp. The lead up to today's debate was filled with drama over rules and questions about whether it would even happen. But for President Donald Trump and Vice President Kamala Harris tried to make their cases to what was likely the biggest audience they'll have between now and election day. National correspondent Matt Gelka has a recap.
Kamala Harris and Donald Trump finally face to face. Harris is trying to still introduce herself to some voters, while Trump wants to hang all of Joe Biden's policies on the vice president.
Kamala Harris.
Trump and Harris talking about the economy right off the bat.
We have inflation like very few people have ever seen before.
Donald Trump left us the worst unemployment since the Great Depression. What we've done is clean up Donald Trump's mess.
Trump quickly pivoted to the border and crime.
They are taking over the towns. They're taking over buildings. These are the people that she and Biden led into our country, and they're destroying our country.
The abortion debate also dominated the conversation, with both candidates saying they're the right choice for women's rights in the country. Trump's defenders alleged ABC News and the moderators were only holding Trump accountable. With conservative personality Megyn Kelly posting on X, ABC was fact-checking only Trump and letting Harris lie. Harris was also confronted on flip-flopping.
Fracking? She's been against it for 12 years. Defund the lease? She's been against that forever. She gave all that stuff up very wrong, very horribly, and everybody's laughing at it.
My values have not changed. Lift up and people down.
Looming. Trump was asked if he had any regrets over January 6th. He denied responsibility and also denied admitting he lost in 2020.
It was said, oh, we lost by a whisker. That was said sarcastically. Look, there's so much proof.
Donald Trump was fired by 81 million people. Let's be clear about that. And clearly he is having a very difficult time processing that.
Both tried to tackle foreign policy, debating how they tackle foreign wars, including Israel and Hamas, as well as Russia and Ukraine.
Well, looking ahead, the 2024 presidential candidates will each pay visits to sites of the 9/11 terror attacks tomorrow, marking 23 years since the tragedy shook our nation. According to the Associated Press, Vice President Harris and President Biden will stop at Ground Zero in New York for a ceremony at the 9/11 Memorial Plaza. They'll also visit the Pentagon and the Flight 93 Memorial near Shanksville, Pennsylvania. Former President Trump is also heading to Ground Zero in New York and in Pennsylvania. It's unclear if the candidates will come face-to-face at their stops just a day after their debate. On the eve of the anniversary of the 9/11 terror attacks, federal lawmakers are pushing for passage of a bipartisan bill that would provide funding for the United States victims of state-sponsored terrorism.
We are still losing first responders, construction workers, sanitation workers who were down on the pile at Ground Zero to 9/11 related illness.
It's a shame that we actually have to be here today with this group to fight to help these victims. This isn't a partisan issue, as you can see. It's a bipartisan issue. It's an American issue. It's a human issue.
The fund was established in 2015 to help victims of terror attacks claim judgments delivered in U.S. courts against state sponsors of terror. It's struggled to compensate victims. This bill, the American Victims of Terror Compensation Act, would ensure annual payments to victims while expanding oversight, transparency, and staffing. Tonight, a man is dead following a shooting in Northeast Portland. About 5:30 tonight, officers responded to reports of a shooting in the Lloyd neighborhood near Northeast Grand Avenue and 6th Avenue. When officers got there, they found the body of an adult male. The shooter remains on the loose. If any information about this case, contact Portland police. We are now learning more information about a major drug bust. September 3rd, Washington County Sheriff's Office seized more than 6,500 pounds of marijuana during an investigation. Happened on a large property near State Route 219 and Southwest Tongue Lane. Deputies were made aware of the illegal operation following reports of a strong marijuana odor coming from the property. It was found about 6,600 pounds of marijuana with an estimated street value near $6 million.
I just feel bad for everybody in general.
A 27-year-old St. Helens coach arrested for allegedly abusing cheerleaders. St. Helens police are concerned there could be other victims out there. Now, the suspect, Anthony Trankler, was a coach at Elite Cheer. KATU's on your side, going into the community to learn about how the arrest has impacted a tight-knit cheerleading community in St. Helens. KATU's Tanvi Verma joins us live from the desk after speaking to Vault Elite Cheer parents. So what did they tell you, Tanvi?
They were really shaken up, and they want answers. They will encourage parents to have open and honest conversations with their children to shatter any stigma. A 27-year-old cheer coach named Anthony Trankler has been arrested by St. Helens police for allegedly sexually abusing cheerleaders as young as 5 years old at Vault Elite Cheer. Amy Schroeder, a child in Vault Elite, didn't want us to show her face, though she was comfortable saying this.
You know, if the allegations are true, 100% want justice to come.
Schroeder also volunteers at Vault Elite. She says that the gym has handled the situation well.
We've done everything that the police have asked. That evening, as soon as we were told and the officers left, the owner instantly got rid of, the suspect and said, you need to go.
Miranda Christian is a former cheerleader of almost a decade at Vault Elite. She says she's good friends with Trankler and his sister. She was shocked to hear the news.
He's a really good person, and he will be there for you anytime you need him.
That being said, she feels for the survivors.
I also feel bad for all the victims and everybody that had to go through this.
Thomas Clayson is the owner's husband. He too did not want to show his face on camera. He said he and his wife were blindsided when they were informed that Trankler was being investigated. He said Trankler has been involved with their program since he was 15 years old.
As with any case, if a child makes an accusation or an allegation, we're going to believe it and treat it like that's what happened. Now it's on to the authorities to do their job to get to the bottom of it.
We asked Clayson what changes they've made after the alleged incidents, if at all, to make them safer.
What we have done is put further measures in place, allowing only one person back in the bathroom at an area at a time.
Trankler will be back in court on the 16th. As now, his bail set for $200,000, though records show he's still behind bars. We will be following the rest of this legal process. Reporting live at the live desk, Tanvi Verma, KATU News.
Tanvi, thank you. Time now from Tracker 2 weather. Meteorologist Dave Selesky joins us now at the look at what we're up against.
Now, a couple of things going on right now. We are seeing rain finally moving into western Oregon, but we're really keeping a close eye this evening on a large wildfire that's broken out just to the south of the Bend area. As a matter of fact, we do have some evacuation notices to talk about this evening in the Sun River area. This is smoke from the Little Loud fire earlier this afternoon. Very poor air quality throughout much of the day in the Bend area, which you see there in the foreground. The area we're talking about right there, Little Loud fire, we have level 1, 2, and 3 evacuations in the Sun River area. Mainly level 2 and level 3 evacuation areas are to the west of Highway 97. That's for level 2. Level 3 is going to be west of the Sun River Airport and west of the Deschutes River. That fire has gone from 1,600 acres this time yesterday to almost 6,000 acres so far today. And again, a lot of smoke being pumped out by that fire. It's going to continue for the remainder of the evening and into tomorrow. So a poor air quality in a good portion of Central Oregon. Now, that being said, we do have a cold front dropping into the northwest, bringing some light rain to our area right now. That rain will get over onto the east side of the Cascades, but not as much as we're seeing right now on the west side. And you can see it popping up right now of thunderstorms developing this evening on the east state, now in the LeGrand and Pendleton area, also towards Baker City. Keep a close eye on that. Not good news, wildfire fighters on the east side again with the chance of thunderstorms in the forecast this evening. We'll talk more about how much rain is in the way over the next 24 hours. About temperatures, very cool for this time of the year. I'll see you in about 10 minutes.
Okay, Dave, thank you. Tonight, we're getting first look at the man accused of killing his neighbor, Beaverton nurse Melissa Jubain. Bryce Schubert made his first in-person court appearance today. Schubert faces a number of charges, including second-degree murder. KATU's Emily Hirsch shares the latest details.
Bryce Schubert's court appearance on charges connected to the death of Melissa Jubain was brief. Neither he nor his attorney said anything, as Schubert was Several people who appear to be linked to him watched him exit the courtroom in an orange jumpsuit and handcuffs. One woman was crying. Jabane was reported missing when she didn't show up for work at Providence St. Vincent Medical Center on September 4th. 3 days later, Beaverton police said her remains had been found, and Schubert was arrested and charged with her murder. Beaverton police have not provided information on where her remains were found or if the two knew each other, and the court document describing probable cause, which may contain those details, has been sealed by a judge. A spokesperson for Providence said that Schubert was employed as a nurse at Providence Portland Medical Center from 2020 to 2023, but he has never been employed at Providence St. Vincent Medical Center, where Jane worked.
That was Emily Gersh reporting. Now is held without bail due to the murder charge. His scheduled court appearance will be a preliminary probable cause hearing on September 16th. A new initiative to help solve cold cases in Multnomah County. Today, the Sheriff's Office launched their new website to highlight unsolved homicides. Right now, the page features 3 cases from the early 90s. Officials say more will be posted in the coming months.
We're hopeful. We're in kind of a state where we can get more attention and full resolution to some of these cases.
Anyone with information about any unsolved cold cases is encouraged to contact detectives. You can find all that information on our website, KATU.com. If you wish to remain anonymous, you can report tips to Crime Stoppers of Oregon. Today, a pair of teenagers accused of threatening violence toward a high school student were in court on multiple charges. Police claim 18-year-old Mekhi Parker and Xavier Johnson threatened a Mountain View high school student over social media before showing up to the school with loaded guns. Vancouver police say they arrested the pair outside the school yesterday afternoon. In court today, a judge set bail at $250,000 for each of them. Parker will be back in court September 18th, and Johnson will be back on the 23rd. Still to come on KATU News tonight, as fires continue to burn across state, a new tool aimed to put better evacuation plans in order. We'll share the latest software fire crews are introducing to better pinpoint spots in harm's way. Also, a new hurricane brewing in the Gulf of Mexico, picking up some strength towards Louisiana. See when it's expected to make landfall.